the most difficult stretch we faced. Can't get anything to go our way. So right now, with 15 games left, we just have to find a way to get through this. Tactically, at the start of the game, we thought that they played a little different than we had seen, and so we got spread out. Our front three couldn't put enough pressure on them. When they played through us in transition, they took balls, they closed down. It left too much to do for Latif and for Edward. In the latter part of the first half, to get through halftime, we formed more of a mid-block. And I thought that towards the end of the half, we found a better way just to get to halftime. Tactically, at halftime, we switched to 4-3-3. And the ironic thing is that the second half, I think we played pretty well, other than, again, advantages and we don't score. But when we switch tactically to something that we think makes more sense, we start the half out giving up a bad goal. So we put ourselves in that spot. We pushed. I thought the effort for the remainder of the second half was quite strong. Some guys that came on did a good job. For his very first start, Mamadou Fall, I thought, did very well tonight. The disallowed goal, unless there's a different angle that the referees look at, the angle that we've seen so far is not clear and obvious. It's not a clear angle. And it's the wrong use of VAR. If you don't have a clear line and it's a tight call and the flag's been down, then that goal stands. And that's what we've been told at times this year. Example, when we played the Galaxy, very tight, not really a clear line on when Williams tackles Sifu and it goes straight to Chicharito. And so there's been plays that way, and now for me, it's the wrong use of VAR. And the league just should either come clean. If they've got a real angle that shows it's offside, then absolutely show it so that everybody can see it, transparency. But if they're using an angle that's not really perfect from the side on a tight one, then they can't change that. So I feel that way, not just for our games. I've seen some other games this year where calls are changed, where the angle is not good enough to change a tight call. So that's a frustration. And the rest, yeah, we still, with chances, we don't do well enough. I do want to give credit to the effort to push till the end of the game. And now the challenge. We know that as of the moment, we are not in the playoffs. And that's the mission, to fight through this, get in the playoffs, and be at our best. And so it's going to take every guy doing his part. So that's where we stand after 19 games.
Thank you. We'll get started with Andy. Go ahead, Andy Diosa.
Hey, Bob, just two quick ones on my part. One is just on Diego, if you know anything about the injury or what you saw on that play. And then two, on Chicho's involvement or integration in the team. Has he been seeing any minutes in training as a 9, or is he kind of just filling in the roles with playing on the wing? Do you have any ideas or thoughts on that?
No. When he went on, he goes on as a 9. So there's no change on that. But then the fluidity of our front three at times changes. So yes, it does mean at times he moves one side or the other, especially as we're pushing a game and trying to press. So if Carlos stays inside, he's got to move. But we see him primarily as a 9, and that's where he's worked in training. And that was the idea when he came on with 30 or 35 minutes to go.
And just follow up on the second question.
On Cheeky?
Yeah.
They're looking at his knee right now. He felt it as he made the pass, non-contact. So I don't have more information than that.
All right, thank you. Steve Hahn, go ahead.
Hi, Bob. Just a quick one for me. Could you provide an injury update on Kim Moon-han, if you have any?
He pulled himself out of training a couple of days ago, just saying that his hamstring was tight. And in the next 2 days, he felt it didn't really get any better. And so I believe that we are imaging him today.
Which side of which leg is it? And also, did he travel with the team?
He did not travel. I'm sorry. Right now, I don't remember if he felt the tightness in his right hamstring or left.
Steve, we'll follow up later and get that for you. Katya, go ahead.
Bob, you were mentioning how the position that you're in right now, and it's something that you've never faced before, 6 games without a win, 3 straight losses, just how to go about it. You've been mentioning over and over again the little details, and I bet it's more frustrating when you know you outplayed the opponent, but it's those little things that keep on costing those results.
Yeah, there's no formula. Obviously, you need strong guys. You need to find a way every day to raise the bar for everybody. Can't feel sorry for ourselves, you know. We've got to be a strong group. We've got to be together. We've got to, you know, as the manager, coach, what do? You try to make sure that training is good and sharp, because one of the things we still need is to see some of our best players play at better levels. So that's something that we need every day. Then there are small tactical details, things that we work on. You know, last week I gave some examples just in terms of some of our reactions being slow and not enough guys tuned in. You know, what happens when a team is sharp? The ball moves quickly. The touches are right. You get forward when you lose a ball. We still have a lot of times where we get up around the box and maybe a play doesn't work, and we've got people close to the ball, but our reaction to try to win the ball back right there isn't at the level that we had it in the past. So, look, it's a long list of little things, but if you come down 1%, 2% in all these important areas, if you have still some guys in the moment who just aren't at their best, then look, it's on me at that point to figure out with all of them, with what we do in training, with video, with talking to them, encouraging them, sometimes pushing them hard. It's to find the right message, the right tone for each guy and for the team. So that's completely on me to every day keep figuring out how can I keep these guys going.
Yeah, is there something else, Katya?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Gio, go ahead. Gio Garcia.
Hey, Bob. I wanted to ask a little bit more on Diego Rossi. I know you had mentioned previously about his confidence. From the season he had last year to this year, obviously, there's been a drop. I know if you could share some of those conversations. Is it something outside the field, or he's just not being able to read the game the same way? Because it's really weird for him not to be as comfortable as he was last year.
Yeah, there are parts to our discussions that obviously are private between us. You know, I've given a little bit just to say that, you know, as a striker, you know, your ability to size up situations, to get there first, to be confident. You know, I think it was Sifu gave him a pretty good ball running through tonight. Is it one, if he's at his best, is it one that he shoots right away, or is it one that he takes a touch and gets closer to the goal? So there's small things. And for me, in the discussions, from the beginning with him, I've challenged him and supported him. I've told him the idea was to make him a better player. You know, we wanted him to get better to where he was a regular in the national team for Uruguay. Of course, we wanted him to get better with the idea that at some point maybe he's sold. But we always say that, look, the work we do together for as long as we're here, then we're going to make, we've got to find the right way to make you better. And you're a good guy. Everybody likes Diego. And so now I said a second ago, I think to Katya, that it's on me to try to find the right ways with guys. You noticed that last game, we didn't start Diego. That was a thought that, maybe it's a game where you bring him on. I'm not usually a coach that thinks that, that's an idea, but when the minutes add up, sometimes you're looking for different ways. So, that I think gives you an idea of just how we're trying to look at it every day.
All right, we'll take a last question here. Josue, go ahead, Josue.
Thank you. I want to ask you about Mamadou Fall. He seems to have had a pretty good game tonight, both in defense and offense. What are your thoughts on his performance?
For a first start, I thought Mamadou played really well. Fall, young player, confidence, a lot of presence on the field. And so certainly when you look at some things that were positive from today's game, 90 minutes from him was positive.